Welcome to another edition of Swim Easy Speed. My name is Tim Floyd. I am a longtime swim and triathlon coach. Today we're visiting another of the Freestyle Fundamental series. This is on the high elbow catch. Typically in the triathlon community, they like the term Early Vertical Forearm, EVF. I'm not as big a fan of that particular term, and as we go through the video, I'll explain a little bit more why. But at the end of the day, language is very important, especially when you're trying to cue an athlete on how to make a movement. And so we'll just kind of start going through, and I'll show you why. So here we are, just kind of swimming along, and one of the things that you can see, and it's difficult in the endless pool, so the high elbow catch is influenced by a couple things. Body position is one of them. So if you look here on the left side, you got arm extends out, so we've got roughly kind of wrist to shoulder like that. So we're at kind of at a downward angle, and that's pretty good. Set the catch right there, and this is the really important part, and this is why you want to call it a high elbow catch. The most important part of that is the catch, so that if you don't catch the water, even if you're in that early vertical forearm position, it doesn't mean you're going to get a great pull. So you can see right here, again, elbow is still up. Hand is starting to kind of really grab the water. It's already grabbed up here, and holding that water, trying to grab even more. And then we're going to start that pullback as soon as possible using hips, shoulders, core, everything to really accelerate that hand through the stroke. Now, the right side isn't as good. You can see right here, we get that angle. Now, that angle is partly the endless pool. So we've got part of the pool is kind of working to tilt you down in the water a little bit like this. So if you think about it, so if we're tilted down, so there's head, and then from the shoulder, then it's going to be like up like that, and then if the water line is right here, then you're going to start from that higher position. Now, if you are more in this position, so a little bit longer, flatter on the water, then it's much easier to start the position from, as we extend out, from right there, given that the water line would be right there. So then we can start pulling forward as soon as possible. As soon as we set that catch, as soon as we grab the water, as soon as we initiate that kinetic chain. And that's really what we're talking about here, is the initiation, that kind of neuromuscular initiation of that kinetic chain, the movement, the stroke. That's really, really important to having a good pull. And we'll keep on going through. And then I've got something. The other thing is that, speed is going to be really, really important in terms of body position. So one of the constraints I had with the endless pool was, for me to get high enough in the water, I had to be going a little bit faster, and if I went faster, there were too many bubbles in the water. So that was kind of one of the issues for me. So here's one of the things to avoid, and it's one of the things that I've seen in the triathlon community to try and get to this EVF, this early vertical forearm, regardless of the catch or not. So you'll see athletes trying to spear the water, and I've actually heard coaches cue it like that. And there's a couple programs out there, popular programs within the triathlon world, that actually, advocate that you want to spear the water. And that spearing the water is so that you can get to, oops, I'm going to let this just play, and it'll go to the underwater. So it tends to tempo up the stroke a little bit when you spear the water, when you shorten up the stroke. And then this is kind of what you get. Okay, so it immediately goes to, oh, well, that looks like early vertical forearm. Okay, however, what you've skipped is everything up here, okay, when you set the catch. And the catch is the most important part of that. Because when you get down here, if you've been spearing the water like this, you do not get that initiation of those muscle groups that are really going to help you activate and pull through the water. You're just also not getting as much distance per stroke by a significant amount. So you're trading off a lot to try and get to this early vertical forearm, when it's really the catch is what we're trying to set. And so at the end of the day, it's okay if you press down on the water a little bit. Ideally, we want to be pulling forward as soon as possible. But it's that setting of the catch, that setting of that initial kind of engagement of all those different muscle groups that we're really trying to get to. So as always, I hope this helps. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe below. You can find out more about us at swimeasyspeed.com or follow us on Instagram at swimeasyspeed. Thanks again for tuning in.